Yeah, so I think you're letting your altimeter kind of get in the way of the picture. And there's a wing there.
Yep. Who's this guy?
Pete Alexander. He's been flying gliders since he was 14, but I crewed for him at the World Soaring Championships and been to a lot of competitions over the years with him.
All right, canopy's locked, tide brake's locked. Still no wind. Just powder and tow again?
Yeah.
7 Yankee Bravo Mike, powder and tow.
Getting the air away from this earth-shakenness.
Yeah. I really thought it was my landing.
That was weird to start. Well, for a second, I thought only because we've been doing. I didn't think it was hard enough to, but we've been dealing with a lot of. I've had a lot of non-emergency calls for crash alerts, like on iPhones, where someone like drops it and then we get called out. You know.
Or traffic 78 roll 34 about 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get crash alerts all the time for seemingly small incidents where guys fall off a motorcycle or something, but they hit their phone hard enough that the little alert thing goes off.
Really?
Yeah.
It goes to where? 911?
Yeah, it goes to 911. So you have some sort of like, all of them have like a G meter. So if you drop your phone hard enough, or there's a hard enough stoppage or something, I forget what I knew the parameter at one point, but if you get a crash, your iPhone will like actually send an alert to emergency services. And so we get calls because it'll go off and then it randomly hits signal and then it gets, the crash detector goes off, or we have the crash detector like in your car.
Yeah.
So sometimes like on Highway 20, there's no cell service, so that detector won't go off until it's on the tow truck already on its way home, but the alert's still going off. So when it hits the service, so we get this trash alert and they're like, well, the cell phone ping is moving. And so we got a moving crash. It's on a tow truck, so we gotta go track down the tow truck and make sure it's that car,
Oh, I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah.
All right, 1500. 100 feet. He's down. Williams traffic probably like left 45 to 60. Oh, no, he's not down. I see him now. He's coming into the runway.
We're flying just a little bit fast. You gotta slow it up to 55.
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
How does this look? Are we gonna make the airport? Yes or no?
Yeah. Alright, so I'm looking at the landing spot.
All the way down the runway, line up to that golf cart. Fly straight at that golf cart.
And now I'm thinking about the flare. A lot better.
That was a lot better. That was really good. We got lined up. Everything looked good. You got the we got lined up right away. I was thinking that we were losing a little too much spoiler and we were going to get rid of it, but it ended up being almost perfect. You know, you just didn't mess with it, right? We looked and said, hey, this is going to work.
Yeah, I thought about kind of flying the corners a little better on the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
A little straighter.
Yeah, and that was the one thing I forgot to mention. I don't remember a ton on the first one, but on that last one, we kind of skidded that corner a little bit. You left the rudder in, so those were better turns. I don't remember. I think the first
Kind of
one was
rounded it out. I mean,
yeah, well, it was just you kept the rudder input in through the turn, so it was a little bit of a skidding turn and not really like a coordinated get in the turn, get out of the turn. You kind of kept that rudder input in, so there was a little bit of yawing in there too. But that time we were lined up right from the get-go. There was a little bit of a wobble. You said you're looking down at your aim point. I said look at the golf cart. We locked in. We were right down. It was as straight as it could have been. You know, when you said you were thinking about the flare, that was perfect. Rounded out. We had a little bit more to touchdown for perfect to touchdown tail first. We could have held a little bit more energy out of it. We weren't carting all the way stick back, but it was still a smooth touchdown. I don't want to take away from that, you know, but just a little bit more to touch down that tail first as we roll out. Got on the brake, rolled up here. That was great, you know.
That was good.